Hi, physical science students. I'm going to go through a tutorial on how to identify metals, nonmetals, and metalloids on the periodic table. To start, I just want to show that the periodic table can be organized or is organized into things called periods. A period is a row on the periodic table. So if I draw these out, there are 7 rows, okay, on the periodic table. So periods 1 through 7. The lanthanide and actinide, this little block at the bottom, drawn on most periodic tables, is actually part of rows 6 and 7, so periods 6 and 7. We just saved space on our piece of paper by kind of drawing them down below. They're also a little less common, and we don't deal with them very oftenly. They're still important, but they're usually put down there just to save space. Okay, those are called periods. Okay, the columns, let me erase this, the columns of the periodic table, there's 8 main columns or main groups. 6, 7, 8. Okay, those are called groups or families, and elements in each group kind of behave similarly. So we're going to erase the blue lines, and I want to draw one more way to kind of split or break up the periodic table. And this red line in here, it's usually referred to as the transition staircase. This differentiates between metals and nonmetals. Now, elements to the right, except for hydrogen, okay, but most other elements to the right, including the stuff at the bottom, the lanthanides and actinides, those are considered metals. Everything to the right of the staircase is considered a nonmetal. Okay, and I've got some pictures down below, and since I'm right here anyways, I might as well point out that some of the elements right along the staircase, especially you guys will know silicon, those are referred to as metalloids. And metalloids are used a lot in our electronic devices because they semiconduct. So sometimes they conduct electricity, other times they don't. So we can use them to build switches and transistors. So let me scroll down. Metals, okay, like maybe you think gold or copper or aluminum or iron. Those are kind of common metals, but it turns out about 70% or 80% of the periodic table are considered metals. So these elements, everything on the right, is considered a metal. So even things like you're used to hearing like calcium, and you think, oh, calcium's good for my bones. Well, calcium is a metal, right? Some platinum, mercury, lead, tungsten in old school light bulbs. That's all metals, okay? And then they are all, typically shiny. We don't think of metals as soft a lot of time, but they are soft. Usually we add things to metals to make them harder, like that's what steel is. And you can turn them into wires. So shiny, malleable, ductile, that's able to pull it into wires. Those are things that describe most of the elements that we know. Okay, and then nonmetals, things like sulfur, phosphorus, iodine, even oxygen. Oxygen I've got shown here. You can't really see it. It's an invisible gas. Those, if they are solid, they're usually kind of chalky and brittle. If they're not a solid, usually they're a gas, and they're either clear or iodine's purple, but they're completely different than a metal, which is usually shiny gray and sometimes copper colored, but this is usually chalky and yellow or red or purple. So nonmetals, there's not very many of them. They live on the right side of that staircase. So that should be enough intro for you guys to do this week's assignment, or my part of the assignment. I'm going to switch over to my cell phone and show you guys the little lab exercise that we want you to try.
So here's Linus. If Linus was a physical science student, first he'd ask to make sure that it was okay to try this experiment. So he'd get his parents' permissions. Linus, you have my permission to try this because it involves a little fire and trying to melt some things. So I have some sugar and salt, and Linus he's gonna hold this little aluminum boat. It's just a little piece of aluminum foil. You want to hold that, Linus?
Can I have some popcorn?
You can have some popcorn right after you help me. Hold on. hold on, you gotta help first. Hold this. So I'm gonna get a pinch of sugar. And you guys can see it's not very much sugar, just a little bit. And then, because the aluminum foil will get pretty hot, we're gonna use some tongs. So I just have general kitchen tongs. And I've got a little tea light, just a candle flame. You do not need anything, any big flame or fire, just a little candle flame. And I want you to hold the sugar crystals over the flame and observe, okay? So you're gonna do that with, you're gonna do that with sugar, and you're gonna do that with, I have some table salt. So mine's just natural sea salt. You can use any salt here. So you're gonna try it with some sea salt or table salt, and you're gonna repeat, and you're gonna note the observations. There's some questions to follow up with on the worksheet for this week. Thanks, Linus. You can have popcorn now.